Test. Thank you, Gundam. Thank you for telling me that. Good thing I have very low latency. Can you hear me now? Yeah, now you can hear. See, the thing is, usually, Sorbet Shark commenter, you're new to the channel, then hello! It is great to have you here. So excited for Deltarune. It's gonna be streaming so much in the coming days. What does the mug say? It says, a statement that is not true. Let this be known. It says, I don't need Google, my father knows everything. You can take a wild guess who bought me this mug. And it wasn't a marketing exec at Google. But, that being said, great to have y'all here. You eat bone meal. Is this the fucking Minecraft movie? Is this Minecraft? Okay. Alright, but anyway. All things being established, let us dive on in to Undertale Yellow. Except that I need to turn the music for it back on. I always forget to do that. Alright, here we are. Undertale Yellow. I'm really enjoying this game so far. Freddy plush on bookshelf. Indeed, indeed. I have just left the entire menagerie up. Because, I mean, they're more useful as a set than they are just sitting in my bedroom. Sorry, can't talk long. I'm preparing for harvest. Did you click out? Yes, I clicked out of this. I had accidentally left my lo-fi music playlist open instead of chat, so I needed to get chat back open. Must be one of those Wild East folks. Huh? No, I didn't say anything. I think it's real flattening the accent Starlo puts on for his character. He almost sounds like his old man, he does. In reality, my boys both got Christina's voice. Is this Starlo's dad? I bet you don't know which name my profile picture came from. Well, yeah, no, I don't. I do not. You are correct about that. Is this Starlo's dad? Before they were born, she would always sing so pretty-like. Now is indeed my chance to be a big shot. I never hear it no more, though. Guess she lacks the confidence now. Ain't that sad? Huh. Oh, hello, little one. Are you a friend of my son's? He's always making new friends. I can't keep up. In any case, make yourself at home. Yeah, this... I think so. I think we just met Starlo's parents. I do hope Starlo grows out of this state eventually. He needs to find himself a wife and settle down. If only he won Soroba's heart back then. I think he was too shy to take initiative, poor boy. When she got engaged to Chujin. Yeah, Chujin. That's the person who, like, trained Martlet, I think? I know we heard something about Chujin and Martlet working together. I'm just not sure what their relationship was. I eventually had to tell him to move on. It was very difficult. Sigh. Heartbreak is always tragic. Picture of Starlo and Soroba as... I'm just gonna listen to the stream while I make a papercraft I found on Pinterest. That is fair! I like to make my streams, like, I get very unhinged and loud sometimes, but I like to make my streams, just, like, a casual environment that you could just, like, hang out in. Like, I make it very clear that I do not consider my audience friends unless I actually know them in real life, but I like to make my chat feel like an environment. Oh, be right back. See you when you get back, Shark. I like to make my chat feel like an environment where... like to make my chat an environment where you can just hang out and be chill. I don't, like, I like to make it feel like you're just hanging out with your friends, you know? So, and if that means, like, you're doing something else in the background, cool. I've listened to make... Yeah, that's fair. Feel. Like, if I've spent my fair share of time just watching live streams while, like, doing math homework or something. Oh, this is cool. Just displaying Western memorabilia and a sewing machine. Yeah, I think this is Starlo's room. Wait, does Starlo still live with his parents? Space! Space indeed! Love space. Thick Farmer's Almanac, written by Solomon, sits on the dresser. It has several sticky notes poking out of the pages. A double-decker rocket ship, ready to blast off into pleasant dreams. See ya, space cowboy. Does the chair have a name? It appears the chair does not have a name. Cellar is locked. Must be where the harvest is stored. Huh. Wait, hang on. I just thought of something. What's his face? The guy from the ruins. He said that someone used to always... he said that someone here used to always drop off corn on the front doorstep of the ruins. Hello again, I have some news. You can now ship yourself if you so choose. Ship myself? What could that mean? Transportation all for free. If you want to travel, give me a call. We will set to the skies without a care at all. Now I must go, but don't be nervous. Just ring the bell for our service. Starlo, yeah, I think there's a non-zero chance that Starlo was the one delivering all that corn to the ruins, which... Why? Hello, greetings, hip hip hooray! What can I do for you today? You have a watch? If you don't, that's fine, because you know what time it is. Mail time! Mail time! You have mail to claim? Let's take a look. You don't! What a shame. You want to check again? Just ring the bell. Until we meet again, I bid you farewell. So, I have fast travel now. That's cool. Where in the world would you like to fly? Just choose the place in the UGPS sign. So, Okay, I could go to Snowden. I could go to the dunes. I could go to the West Mines, or I could go to the Oasis Valley. Is it okay that I'm not even gonna comment on that. Ooh. I didn't choose to fast travel, so she just said, oof. Golly, this dandy? Everyone you meet just abandoned you for their own interests. Those aren't real friends. No way. I'm here for you, though. Always will be. Uh-huh. I totally believe that, Flowey. Now, let's get out of here. I'm not too sure how to open this door. Hold on. Did you just... Did you just fucking break in? That's one way of opening it. We can finally leave this wasteland behind. See you later, Clover. Impassive as Flowey is much nicer, I guess. Huh. That's intriguing. Howdy again. Golly, this area sure is grim. Doesn't look like anyone's been around for years. This machine looks mighty important, though. Snoop around and see what you can find. Talk to you soon. Rusty power generator. You're not sure if it still works. Right is right to left. Oh, this is a puzzle. Oh, I get it. I want to try and get each of them into the green range, huh? Hmm. Howdy again. Golly. Yeah, that was kind of my reaction, Gundam. That was kind of my reaction. This is one of those, like, in, Hotfall. Alright. Now we have these two, but we have way too much in pink. Uh... Metal Wolf ZX. Welcome to chat. How is it going? Good to have you here. Yeah, howdy. Welcome to chat. Howdy, partner. We're playing Undertale Yellow, and I'm really enjoying it. These look to all be correct. What is that in your profile? I assume you're not talking to me, because for me, I think it's pretty obvious. Okay, yeah, it's reset. Is a character from a TV show I loved when I was a kid. What show, if you don't mind my asking? I can't see your profile picture at all. It is far too small on my screen. Okay. Yes, there we go. Okay. Oh, I get it. It wanted that last one to be basically full. Tenkai Knights. I think I've heard of that, but it's like Power Rangers Super Sentai. Oh, cool. I loved Power Rangers as a kid. Okay, fuck it. I still love Power Rangers. Howdy! You seem to be progressing well. Not that I expected anything else. Let's get out there and see what this place has to offer. A pair of cargo jeans is stuck to the table. It's been there for a while. Huh. The chute is clogged with strange-looking plants. You find a stick of beef jerky inside the machine. Gundam, you've never seen Power Rangers? Oh well. Like, I love Power Rangers. But, like, I'm not gonna say it's the greatest show or anything, and I'm not gonna say it's the greatest show in the world or anything. Frankly, I'm not even sure I'd say you're missing out from having not seen it. I got the beef jerky. Heals 16 HP. A convenience store delicacy. Indeed, indeed. This place gives me true lab energy. I'm not sure why. Sans? What? What about Sans? Oh, wait. No, can't seem to interact with the socks. He gave me the jerky? Huh. Huh. Odd. You peer inside the chamber. It's far too dark to make anything out. I'm just kind of in the habit of interacting with basically everything in games like this. Just out of curiosity. That music. Because in Deltarune he runs a convenience store. Oh, right. This music. I love this music. Trisco! You have a friend inside you. Yeah, I know about friend inside me, vaguely, but Frisco. What? Why is one of them open? Oh god, don't remind me of fucking Pluie. Think anyone still lives here? If they do, you can handle it. Steamworks. This is the fast track to Hotland, I guess. I was forced to flip that switch. Looks like a Sonic level? Kinda does. Thought it was funny. What, Pluie or Friend Inside Me? I'm honestly not at all familiar with Friend Inside Me other than Woody Theory. But Pluie, yeah, honestly, I do also kind of find that funny, to be honest. It is the... Pluie is the ultimate example of how incredibly hiatus-brained the Deltarune community is. Yeah, it really does. Or like Scrap Brain Zone or something. Howdy! So it's truly just you and me in this place, huh? Bit of an anticlimax after everything we've been through. Thankful though. The dunes were draining. You tried an engineering award, Mr. Chujin Ketsukane. Do you say Mecha Sonic or Silver Sonic? Depends on the Sonic. Depends on the robot. Mecha Sonic refers to the version of Sonic who is... Shane is cool. Hi, welcome to chat. Good to see you here. How's it going? Gundam. Mecha Sonic refers to the version of Sonic who we fight in, I believe Sonic 1, and then Mecha Sonic Mark 3, we fight in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Shane, you're watching me on the TV. Cool. This better be entertaining. I'm sure it will be. I'll try not to. Chujin, huh? That's very interesting. We've heard that name before. The one from Sonic 2 in the Egghead? Hang on. Give me a second. Sonic 2... Mecha Sonic. That's Mecha Sonic. Silver Sonic refers to this one, who appears in the 8-bit Sonic game, who appears in 8-bit Sonic 2. Axis Model 014, ready to guard and protect. Intruder spotted. Steamworks, Eastern Branch. Your crimes are as follows. Trespassing on private property. Utilizing machinery without permission. Human. How do you plead to these accusations? Oh, I'm guilty as fucking charged. Really? That was easy. Your crimes will be reported to an authority. Oh wait, that is me. Enjoy your isolation, human. Whoops. I kinda thought we were gonna get to, like, fight or something. Flowey broke our fall. Interesting. What do you think about Ralsei being... I have not heard that theory! Please enlighten me, Gundam, about that theory! Because that theory does not sound normal! That theory sounds like terminal hiatus brain reaching stage 4. Howdy. Glad I was able to catch you in time. What is this? The third tumble you survived on your journey? Let's see. So there was the one all the way down to the underground. There was the one down to the underground. I don't know, I just saw it in my YouTube recommended criminy. Yeah, I don't know about that. I do not know about that. Okay. So, there's the fall into the underground. Then there was the fall in the ruins. No, this is the 4th tumble I've survived. For having the name Clover, you sure aren't lucky. I'm only kidding around, of course. I'd say you're more of a machine than a bot up there, haha. So you're more of a machine than that bot up there, haha. Gosh, I hoped we had a straight shot to an exit, but... Of course not. If you meet that hunk of metal again, try not to get caught. Or, you know, killed. Although, dying would save more time now that I think about it. I could just revive you on the spot. No amount of gruesome deaths could stop old Clover. Ain't that neato? Huh. The one to get to the underground, yeah. Seriously, Clover should be a shambling bag of bones at this point. I cannot believe you fell for that. I am smart, therefore I predicted your escape. Now, back you go. Yeah, fair enough. Just some useless scrap. Just some useless scrap. Useless scrap. The vent has a few loose screws. You finagle it open. Guess he kinda lucky not. I guess so, yeah. Did we just pull a fucking spring trap and crawl through the vents? Howdy! Glad to see you out and about. Axe's brain must be rusted through. Didn't take much to escape his trap. I have a feeling you haven't seen the last of him, though. The android strolls up, whistling a pitchy tune. Android. Hygiene is not in their vocabulary. Want to sip my mop water? It's freshly made. FRMD? Whoa, this is such a cool combat mechanic. I hate it, though. This is a robot? This thing is an AI that also seems to like germs, basically. It asked me to drink its mop water. Yeah, no. I don't think this guy's surviving first contact. Scrub-a-dub-dub, sewage in the tub. Android tosses garbage this way and that. Yeah. It's an AI, which I don't like. Clean. Yeah, it's an AI. You ate, mad dummy? Huh. I didn't earn any EXP from that. Well, I still consider it a good use of my... I still consider killing it a good use of my time. Because it was an AI, and it was an AI, which I already don't like, and it seemed to promote germ halving. The floor is lava, traveler. I am sorry to say I failed the game some time ago. Bzzt. However, you do not have to. I will ferry you across the lake. Bzzt. Take a ride. Sure. Yeah, I guess so. Because we've seen one robot in Undertale, and it was Mettaton. And Mettaton wasn't actually a robot. He was a ghost. If these guys were actually robots, then they wouldn't have souls. So yeah, I suppose it makes sense that the... Yeah, so I just broke him, I didn't actually kill him. Lab with the Deltarune symbol on it. Interesting. You just want to drink that liquid? You shouldn't. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. The current time is 6:26 Monday morning. You may have noticed the apple trees outside the steamworks are blooming. That means spring is upon us. This time of year, my creator recommends a picnic by the river just south of here. Why the puzzled look? Have we not met before? I am the grandfather clock of the underground. It is my responsibility to keep to the standard time for all monsters. However, I cannot help but feel like there is a miscalculation in my tick-tocking. It is simply driving me mad. I do not sense the gears turning within these walls. Yes, I believe the main clock face outside has stalled. Engineer should arrive to fix it soon. Do not worry. Continue to keep the time. Deltarune countdown is like New Year's. Real. The clock does seem to have stalled. I wonder if there's any way we can help that. Oh well. Nurse. Yeah. Oh well, you know what? I can actually deal with these. These are fine, actually. So, yeah, whatever. Alright, I flipped the switch. I turned that on, which opened a gate. Awesome! Awesome! That was where we started then. Oh, this is just a circle. Okay. Take a ride? Sure. Wonder what this is. The topmost paper is a handwritten letter. To King Asgore. This project, while exciting, will be quite the undertaking. We will need mining code to work overtime to provide the necessary materials. Furthermore, a meeting was conducted at the factory. I'm happy to report that everyone is on board. There are already many great robot ideas floating about. Cooking, cleaning, recreation. The motivation is through the roof. Though, one engineer we take this further than with a protection bot. I'm quite unsure about that proposition, but you have the final say. In any case, we will see this completed. Professor Z. Professor Z? That's interesting. Name does not sound familiar, so I doubt it's gonna be an Undertale character. As a matter of fact, I don't think I can think of a single Undertale character whose name does start with Z. This is Right, this is with the clock. Which I might be able to fix somehow, but I'm not entirely sure how. Now, I feel like I should be able to fix the grandfather clock, but I'm not sure how to. Ralsei is just a little guy. Indeed, indeed. Oh. Ralsei is just a little guy. Who smokes a blunt. Okay, I'm trying to get to the gate that just opened up. I don't know where it is. There's clearly room to go north here. Why the hell can't I go north? There we go. Went through the gate. Awesome. That place is not accessible. I need to keep traveling around. You have reached your destination. Bzz. You need another ride. I'll be here. Bzz. This is my destination, hmm? Kris, are you smoking? Ralsei, it's just chat with me. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't find the Ralsei smoking weed joke especially entertaining. Look at you sailing across a blazing lake with ease. These robots aren't useless after all. This feels like a trap. I was right. Escaped convict spotted. Steamworks, office branch. Halt. You are coming with me. Stay here. I must go back on patrol. Do not touch anything. A highly competitive game of chessers. How would that even work? This security station would be useful to track roaming robots. If there were any cameras in the Steamworks. The mummified remains of an abandoned pizza party. Not even you are brave enough to try a slice. Did... I'm sorry. Fucking what? Did... Did that fucking broom just ask if I'd seen its wife? Fucking what? Trash can. Break room rules. Do not work in the break room. Do not fix in the break room. Vent. We're doing FNAF 3 in this one, gang. Oh. Enough running. Do you have the ability to cooperate, or are you toying with me on purpose? Either way, I am starting to really hate you. Trust me, the feeling is mutual. I can completely assure you, robot, that the feeling is 100% mutual. Enough running. How would genocide work here with only robots? Good question, actually. I mean, probably wouldn't matter. Hang on, Gundam. You're the one who's been telling me about this game 24/7. Do you not know? Do you not know the answer to that? Or are you just being vague? If you're just being vague, I honestly do appreciate it. It's better than spoilers. Enough running. I've never seen a genocide run. Ah, fair enough. Yes, okay. I have a good amount of distance between me and the robot. Oh, shit. Oh, awesome. Sweet! I killed it! Better not approach him. That's fair, that's fair. Huh. So I just, fully went inside of it. How? Hmm. Crawl through the vent? Might not be a bad idea. Dead by Daylight movie! Cool! I don't know anything about Dead by Daylight whatsoever. But that's cool, I guess. Found you. Honestly, this is... Honestly, getting into these little mini encounters, like in the Undyne fight, is genuinely so much easier for me than having to actually run away from him. So I will take that. I said move, not movie. Oh, fair enough. I was thinking FNAF 3, but okay. Undyne on drugs. Maybe, yeah. You are cornered, human. I did not want to hurt you, but you forced my glove. Prepare for pain. Oh. This is a problem. Looks like you win this time. I will return to capture you soon. Do not go anywhere, please. Thanks for the assist, Flowey. Never thought I would say that. Hey, I know I usually let you handle imminent threats, but you really looked cornered back there. My friendliness pellets sure come in handy in tight spots. Anyway, you must be totally out of breath after that. You should take it easy for a while, pal. Grab a snack, hydrate, won't bother me. Need to be in tip-top shape for what's coming. Howdy. Not a fan of this area's bleak vibe, honestly. I got my fill of this kind of stuff with the ruins. Guess I'm not freezing or choking on sand, so... It's certainly been worse. Indeed, as he said, hydrate. Fendi model. Unauthorized child detected. Go away. Okay, I have 140 dark dollars. What does Flowey eat? Sunlight? I guess? I mean, plants exist in the underground somehow, which means that presumably they have adapted to handle... which means that presumably the plants in the underground have adapted to be able to photosynthesize off of something that isn't the sun. We're getting just as unhinged as last night's discussion of human culture in the underground. Okay. 36G. Gravity granola. 30 HP. 32G. Dihydrogen monoxide. Fun fact, dihydrogen monoxide sounds bad, but it's 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. AKA H2O. AKA regular ass water. Can I clone Flowey with his pollen? Please don't! We don't need another of him. I love how this thing clearly hates me. I love how this thing clearly hates me and does not want me to buy anything. Oh yes, I will gladly dispense your garbage. Hand it over. Please stop. Talking. Why? Code line 327. If a customer is determined unauthorized, treat them with utmost disrespect so they will not buy the company snacks. My disrespectful state was initiated when I scanned your dull face. Bring a Steamworks employee ID next time to experience hospitality mode. Can I make a hybrid with an Echo Flower and Flowey? How, and more importantly, why would you do that? Till then, you may still purchase items, but I will tear apart your self-esteem while doing so. Loser. What about it? The Steamworks are only the finest in monster science and engineering, no big deal or anything. I am not a propaganda machine. My creator made sure I specify that. White flower in the background? Indeed, indeed. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Yeah, I could use some more defense, I think. That's... Yeah, I have 7 defense. This is 9 defense. Yeah, I think I can use the safety. I think I can use the safety goggles. Is determination a liquid? And if not, how do they inject it? And if it is a liquid, can I drink it? Okay. I guess technically it's a liquid? Yeah, I guess it would have to be a liquid, because they'd have to be able to inject it somehow. And if it's a liquid, can I drink it? I mean, you shouldn't. Okay. So, 1 gravity granola is enough. Can I... Reasonably sure you couldn't. Alright, hang on. I gotta do math for a second. Not my strong suit. 70 divided by 2. Yeah, so I'm only able to buy 1 gravity granola. I'm also only able to buy I'm only able to buy up to 2 items total with my remaining 70G. Artemis, welcome to the chat. Gundam is being unhinged, asking if he can drink and or pee determination. Okay, now let's get some dihydrogen monoxide and leave with our 2 remaining G. Yeah, I love it said dihydrogen monoxide, which sounds kind of scary. And then you have it in your inventory and it says H2O. Paramount to all Steamworks employees. Can I make determination ice cubes? If it's a liquid, I suppose so, but you need to find the freezing point. You wrap the safety goggles around your hat. It looks like it has eyes now. Okay, gravity granola, 30 HP. The taste is out of this world. Uh-huh. And H2O. Chemically inclined liquid. It's just fucking water. Can I put determination in a cat? I mean, cats aren't human or monsters, so I suppose you could probably inject determination into a cat. But, like, why would you? We've seen what happens when something has too much determination. Hello, greetings, hip hip hooray. What can I do for you today? Let's take a look at Darlow! By the way, I promise no side tangents today. Come on! I love the side tangents! They're fun! They are very unhinged, but that's what makes them so fun! If I was in Final Destination and I had determination, would I be too powerful? I mean, yeah, because Final Destination is always no items. Sorry, why the fuck did I say that? Howdy, Clover. It's your favorite sheriff, North Star, with an important update. I did some soul searching while staring directly at the shiny stones on top of the mines. After recovering from temporary blindness, I shamefully approached my posse. Well, I'll spare you the gruesome details, me crying, but in the end, they forgave me. So the Feisty Five is back! Now twice as sensitive to everyone's feelings! When we returned to town, Saroba and Dina had set up a party in the saloon, which was great. I really wish you were still here, but I suppose you deserve your freedom. Wink. Anyway, it's all good, so don't mosey around worrying about me or nothing. I do have the tendency to occupy around 60% of someone's brain after they meet me, but I reckon it's time to let go. Happy trails, North Starlow Star. Bye, Starlow. And bye, mail time. This is giving me heavy flashbacks. Why does everyone say howdy? I mean, in this game, because Wild West. Goosick has come to share sounds. If you prefer the side tangents, I found a map of the Undertale human world today, and if we're... Oh boy, let's go! I'm giving away one free ticket to the after... Oh, that's cool. It's... Oh boy, Artemis. You try to enjoy the music, but can't keep up. If you can't have a vibe to it, give it up. Give it up. Don't let it put you down. Yes, things to fill my brain that is not important. You move Goosick's needle to a new, calmer record. Wait, Oh? Your eardrums do not appreciate the current situation. Goosick seems to be calming down. Shouldn't change the song anymore. This is nice. Goosick slowly scratches a record with its needle. The sound is unbearable. You close your eyes and tap your foot to the music. Goosick joins you. That's the reason I watch a 1-hour video of FNAF lore. Why not why. I'm going insane. Me too. Help, it hurts. This is nice. What hurts? And how do I help? Is it the going insane thing? Because I assure you, I've been insane for quite a long time. We all go a little mad sometimes, you know? But first of all, it's very similar to our map, except all of the continents were significantly rounded out, which is going to change border placement Yeah, I mean, the map is 100% not canon unless it was made by Tobias Foxworth himself. But still interesting to talk about nonetheless. Yeah, I love how unhinged the side tangents get. Like, you don't need to apologize for going off on random tangents when there's nothing interesting in-game to talk about. The side tangents are fun. And, I mean, frankly, right now the game is not being all that interesting. If I ate Flowey, would that be vegetarian or not? I don't know. Because animals, plants rather do feel pain? Huh. This is strange. Plants do feel pain, but they're not sentient like Flowey is. Notice that a lot of the areas were actually changed where a lot of the world's biggest cities are located, which leads me to believe they probably have dried up fountain lies before you. Doesn't look remotely operational anymore. That looks like a face. You got nails. Protect. Hmm. Interesting. Run over robot. They're much more silent than you're used to. You can almost make out a face on its screen. 2. Science Division. Employees have reported the generators showing more wear than ever. You got nails! Indeed. The engineers predict the machine won't last longer than 1 year from now. That's interesting. 2. Head office. More tests are underway, both biological and mechanical. We don't know which direction will ultimately be best for monster kind yet. However, the chemistry lab did a breakthrough regarding a white plant. I'll get back to you on that once. A white plant, you say? We've seen some of those, and currently we see quite a bit. Different war histories and such, and culture and such. Also, Mount Abbott was placed near what we consider northwestern USA. You can't tell me there would be significantly different history in that area. There wouldn't be, I assume you mean. Yeah, okay. I don't like that placing of Mount Abbott. Because, again, opening cutscene seems to show that monsters were probably sealed underground. Fun fact, Adam Sandler had a cameo in a Brazilian animated movie. Huh. Interesting. Also, Banana, welcome to chat. Good to see you, buddy. But, okay, yeah, so. If Mount Abbott is in the US, actually, now that I think about it, I don't actually hate that so much, because the underground is implied to be much larger than what we see in Undertale. So, I actually don't hate that too much, because it can imply that the only way into the underground is something that monsters didn't know about during the human and monster war. And actually, I think that's okay, because, yeah, the barrier isn't in Mount Abbott. I just thought about that. Yeah, so the barrier must be, the barrier that's keeping them trapped underground is presumably somewhere in Eurasia, or maybe Africa. I actually really like that decision now that I think about it. Having Mount Abbott be in the US, and then you travel far enough, and eventually you get to, like, Eurasia or somewhere, and you find New Home and the barrier. Why can't they just climb up to leave the underground? Because it's a giant-ass mountain and a lot of monsters don't have arms. Also, spatial differences of countries would develop significantly different and distinct, and distance between borders is very significant towards how cultures develop and interact with each other. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose. And once their power is drained, they will melt into a dark, sticky substance. This is Greenland. We'll need a new division to tend to these plants. Otherwise, working conditions will suffer greatly. Team Science Division. This plan should suffice as a temporary solution. First, one of our top scientists is working towards a new compound, one made from a special energy. They might be talking about determination in this. But Anna, you answered all the questions without dying inside? Good job! Good job! Does Flowey have... Flowey has the body of a flower. Also, exactly, Banana's right. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Much more time is necessary to develop it properly, however. As for the proposed greenhouse division, I have an idea. Cheaper, more efficient, and trustworthy. I'll send you some blueprints shortly. Thank you for your time and research. Head office. They made ideas for a gardener robot. Your brain is spaghetti? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Still doesn't explain that fucking question, though. Like, WTF, man. Howdy. What is all this stuff? It certainly isn't natural. I mean, if anyone knows flowers, it's me. Blech. Ralsei fries? A pile of thin strings with a layer of fuzz over top. Not sure how much I love that, I'm gonna be honest. And by the way, disclaimer, these side tangents are in no way meant to be negative toward Toby Fox nor... I couldn't possibly imagine they were. You don't hyperanalyze something this much if you actively don't like it. Oh, come on. That sucks. I was hoping to try and avoid stepping on the flowers. The flowers didn't... Your Honor, the flowers did nothing wrong. I don't think I'm going to be able to avoid stepping on those flowers, unfortunately. More gravity granola. Nice, nice. I'm guessing that I just triggered something. Yep. Am awake. Gardener robot. Gardener Model O2 status damaged. Oh, hello there. Was it you who disturbed the flora? I ask you to please have more respect. My brain is made out of Legos and the Finity rocks. Fair, fair. of my yeah. Uh I uh love my goofy silly yeah, cats are indeed amazing. Deltarune there on the chest, indeed. But do not worry. Seeing that you are so young, it is forgivable. I will report the incident as a level 303. Level 10 offense. Level 10 means the termination of the trampler. Farewell. What? Gardener ensnares me. Okay. So, Artemis, as an authority figure informed me it's an indie game, do not take it too seriously, but I'm disregarding that. More power to you, you're making the chats very entertaining. Also, by the way, do horses canonically exist in this universe? In on the surface, I assume they must. In the underground, presumably not. Also, we don't technically know that, but I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. I have incapacitated your options. I ask you to cooperate with me. Oh, jeez. A great hostility is blossoming. No, horses are not monsters, they are animals. That is a different thing. Accept your offense, trampler. You must learn that plant life is important. More important than you. The great hostility is blossoming. Traps offenders for easy apprehension. If you do not yield, I will call for backup. What the fuck's your backup gonna be? More destroyed robots? White spores. Is Trump a monster? Oh yes, absolutely. Mr. Carrot doesn't have any relation to horses at all. Okay, so possibly, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, there are horses and possibly some type of Wild West terrain in the human world. Canonically, I can see how there would be some. Yes, there must be. That is actually one of the few things about this game that we know must be canon, is the cowboy hat and the toy gun. Those things were in Undertale. You are a handful. I am going to count to 3. Gardener slams her arms into the floor with agitation. Carrot, vegetable, horses, animals. Carrot, small and dumb, horses, big and cool. Great hostility is blossoming. 2. Not bluffing. White spores swirl through the air. 3. Calling back up. You called for help, Gardener? Correct. This trampler does not value the greenhouse. What is the offense level, miss? 10. Termination. Level 10? I mean, of course! We're sorry, offender. Gardener says you deserve termination. They know. I just said that. So, attack. Right. Why dost thou have gun? Why dost robot have gun? Why does robot have gun? and swords and other and swords and axes and what? Please stay in your confines. I'd really rather not. Bricks and bricks and bricks, yes. Okay. I'm gonna have the jerky. Scarf down the beef jerky. Recovered 16 HP. Please stay in your confines. Genuinely, the idea of forcing us to use our action to be able to use them, to be able to use abilities at all, is genuinely really cool. Okay, but guns probably wouldn't exist in the same way, considering humans are more overpowered here. Their weapons would probably be built for serving different purposes, but still so. Maybe? But also, like, humans are understood to be powerful against monsters, but guns weren't created in the real world to deal with monsters. Guns were created to deal with other people. Gardener waters your cage. Cleverly done. You have gained my respect, but you have not gained my mercy. Bots, attack. Adequate job. Thank you for your help. No problem, Gardener. Yeah, give us a call anytime. Even just to hang out or something. Or not, it's no big deal. Just you and I again. It is too bad I cannot grow tired. For you, that is. I'm starting to think you've had your fill of plans. That's fair. But, yeah, Artemis. Oh, you missed it. Seriously? Hey, it is okay. Here, the flower to cheer you up. Yo, thanks. Mind if I attack a little? By all means. Okay, but Artemis, again, guns were not created to deal with... guns were not created to deal with monsters or anything like that. So assuming there's always been oppression towards monsters, then they were probably Yeah, but again, guns were created IRL to... IRL, guns were not created to deal with some threat of monsters or something. They were created... Cool. Yeah. Well, guns were created to deal with other humans. So even if people are more powerful in Undertale, they're still all powered equally to one another. If in already. Yeah. And since guns IRL were created to deal with other people, it wouldn't matter how powerful humans are, because compared to one another, they are always gonna be at the same level. Humans are at the same level compared to each other in this universe as they are compared to each other in our universe, so guns would have been created for the same purpose. Okay, if they are the humans living in mostly higher up positions that also change their specific needs for stuff such as weapons. Not saying they wouldn't have similar weapons, but saying they wouldn't look so similar. I suppose, but like, I don't think it's significantly different. Wait. You, offense level lowered. Oh, what happened? There seems to be a gap in my memory core. I am sorry. I was about to do something. Oh yes, I remember. Sending level 3 report. Response, negative. I apologize. Allow me to call again. Sending level 3 report. Hello? Creator? Are you there? I believe my creator may be playing a practical joke on me. Signaling Steamworks head office. Beep. The line you are contacting has been disconnected. Where? Where is everybody? Aw. Oh. I have allowed immense overgrowth. I understand. It seems my day has passed. Cancel report and reinitiate hibernation. Hibernation sequence engaged. I am sorry for inconveniencing you. I do not know what the world is like now, nor do I wish to. Life was much better not knowing. Aww. Okay. Question. How would humans be affected by disease in this universe? Hmm. Howdy. Golly, that bot sure was a handful. Not to mention a total ripoff. Flowers and vines are my shtick. Well, suppose it goes to show that mechanical imitations can't beat the real deal. I will say, that thing honestly felt more threatening than Axis. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but just for consideration. Why don't you, deal with Axis next time you meet? I'm sure it would be easy. Just a thought. I got to run to the bathroom for a sec. I will be back. See you soon. Gundam, don't listen to Banana. Don't eat the walls. Chat, I'm back. And... okay. So, I was following the chat while I was in the bathroom, and I got some shit to say. So, first of all, Artemis, going back to the question you asked before I left, how would humans be affected by disease in this universe? The exact same way as in the real universe. It would be the same, because disease would affect them the same way, because they wouldn't have, because determination only applies in the underground. Other than that, it is just the ability for their souls to persist after they die. Humans don't survive things unless they're in the underground. Humans don't have the ability to reset unless they're in the underground. Second, no Raid Shadow Legends here. Third, no, seriously, Artemis, you really are the ultimate Yapatron. I am inclined to agree with that. And yes, Gundam is insane. Gundam, please don't eat the walls. That's intriguing. I'm gonna see what's this way, though. Televiz tunes in. Televiz. Can't live with or without one another. You know, when you said nobody came, I was gonna make an Odysseus reference, but ultimately made the decision not to because Ultra Pidge wasn't back yet at the time. Now they're here, so Odysseus came, and he's the monster, actually. He is the monster, rah rah rah. He is the monster, rah rah rah. He is the monster, he is the monster, he is the monster, rah rah rah. And no, walls are not tasty. Holy crap, this thing's attack. There's nothing on yet, because your antennas are crooked. Tape swing again. This thing's attack is a DVD screensaver. Oh my gods. You've helped Telly finagle her antennas to find some programming. Oh, hey, I'm picking something up. Oh? I genuinely have so much nostalgia. I genuinely have so much nostalgia for this kind of screensaver. I am never going to kill this thing because it's just too good. Oh, check this out. It's a good one, I'll admit. And it even had a please be kind rewind joke. It hit the corner. Yes. What's this? I genuinely cannot tell what the correct way forward is. There were two paths that seemed to split off perfectly, evenly. Howdy! It sure is a pickle. I'm not certain my pellets would do any good on this door. Maybe there's a key somewhere? Be creative, pal. The receptionist is unreceptive. They seem to be in the middle of creating a new Steamworks ID. Finish their work? What? Yes, there's mouse controls. Okay, that's so much better. Don't eat the walls, Gundam. That's not a sentence I ever thought I would have to say. Don't eat the walls. Hey, that's a real piece of art you made there. Give it a go. Would you look at that? Worked like a charm. I might have to personally commission you someday. Howdy. Who knew that the steamworks were so dense? Like, where are we now? I see test tubes, microscopes. Almost reminds me of... I don't know. Science isn't my forte. Almost reminds you of something, huh? Huh? Also, I have better understanding of determination now, which actually makes more slightly different discussion. I mean, what kind of diseases do you think would spread in their world? Because I think... It's not Gundam, even if it is cotton candy, which it's not, don't eat anything that's been inside the fucking wall. But no, that's insulate. That's insulator. Don't eat the insulator inside the fucking wall. Why do I have to tell you this? But no, Gundam, stop! Hello? 911? Someone ate the walls, no matter how many times I told them not to. Yes, his name is Gundam. He needs help. No, I don't know where he lives. That is quite possible. I love the two different conversations happening here simultaneously. On the one hand, we have Artemis steadily coming to understand Undertale lore, and on the other hand, we have Banana and Gundam doing their whole wall-eating shtick. No, Gundam, don't eat more! For crying out loud, don't eat more! It's quite possible that they have gotten different diseases that perhaps monsters weren't affected. See what lies ahead, buddy. Yes, exactly. Artemis yapping while Gundam is dying. The drain of the sink is clogged with science. You would like some cake, but you'd rather not alert access. Risk it? Yeah, no, absolutely the fuck not. Yeah, no, this thing does not get to survive. Gee, you're clean. Let's stain that vest. INTVET? Intvet? I don't know. Shit, bad attack. Let's wash. Okay. Yeah, chat, Gundam is dead. No, wait, he still breathes. There is a piece of candy. Kinda looks like glass. Why would cotton can... Okay, Artemis, while you weren't paying attention, Gundam decided to eat a fucking wall! Including the insulator foam inside that wall. And now, Gundam is on the floor dying. There's no saving this thing. Why is Sans dancing? Do you have what it takes to be among the greats? Tell me, how does one cook this brittle spheroid? Natural ingredients, never substitute. It's like you're on the chopping block. Do you have what it takes to be among the greats? Tell me, how does one cook this brittle spheroid? Tell the service book to take the egg and crack it over a pan. Ah, yes, just a light tap on the edge. Gosh. Okay, but I need pre-monsters. Yeah, genuinely. Gee, what more got? Then, no. What is the next step, Only master chefs know the secret to perfection. They heat the stove until the egg begins to sizzle. Oui, turn up the heat! This is such a cool fight concept. Okay. Error Sans. 84% battery? I don't know, but okay. Error Sans. Welcome to chat. Good to see you, buddy. Even if you might hate what's going on, since your whole shtick is destroying AUs, and this is an AU. But Gundam, welcome, or not Gundam, Error Sans, welcome to chat. You walked in, and such a bad time, man. We've been role-playing this thing where Gundam just ate a wall. Gundam just ate a fucking wall, and now is straight up dying, and is going toward the light, and it's the most unhinged shit I've ever seen. Give me a second real fast. You. Okay, and that Lord... Error Lovania intensifies. Okay, and that let's explain different countries in the world, how monsters just different from human culture, population differences between humans and monsters. What is Gundam's favorite song? I don't know, play the theme from some Gundam anime? Almost there. The final step is... Of course, I must sow the seeds of flavor! So you know the art of an egg, but what about taste? Bon appetit! Incredible! Simply delicious! Compliments to this chef! Alright, that is me! But you, my instructor, you are one of great talent! Thank you for guiding my spatula! Okay, this was such an entertaining fight, though. I, like, punk, why? Okay. Yeah. And yeah, Artemis, they really don't give you enough room to write. Error Sans? W- Error Sans, why are you so steadily counting down battery percentage on a phone? I'm counting down. Yeah, why are you steadily counting down battery percentage? Also, banana, uh, hands banana microphone. Banana, microphone, go. Oh, shit. It's one of those things, you know. You notice the wall cracks peeking from behind the cabinet. Move it. The hell are you? Oh my, you startled me! I know my eyes aren't what they used to be, but... You aren't a machine, correct? Correct. I can't believe it. Another monster in the Steamworks? Thought I was the only one. Not incredibly social, but you're welcome to rest up here. Who are you? This facility used to be the epicenter for innovation back in the day. Around the world, around the world. So, yeah, that's really true, Artemis. And, okay, so, let's see. What's going on right here? 1. Error Sans is being Error Sans and steadily counting things down. 2. Victor Von Doom, aka Banana, is attempting to play a Daft Punk song so that 3. Gundam can die in peace. OMG, weird glowing candy, why is it in a weird shape? Gundam, oh my god, Gundam. I prime, I was a chemist, a pretty good one too. That is, till they let everyone go. Said there were too many cooks in the kitchen, wanted to focus in. Yeah, Gundam is on drugs. Gundam is on drugs and also dying. Meanwhile, Artemis is talking about lore. And Error Sans is being Error Sans. Couldn't let my passion go that easily, so I hid away when they locked me up. Now I have the freedom to experiment whenever and however I please. No one is around to witness my efforts. Personally, I blame the shutdown on the robotics project, unruly things. Thought I was rid of their antics until an hour or so ago. The facility powered up, and they all began to roam like zombies back from the dead. I hid here in the meantime. Those heaps of metal are mighty unpredictable. We are Wallace and Gromit White. We are in Wallace White Space. Ultrabridge, rate our individual conversations from most normal to least normal. Okay. It's fun. Okay, so, most normal is probably Artemis trying to figure out, most normal is, most normal is Artemis trying to figure out the lore. Because that's just normal-ass lore discussion. Above that is whatever the fuck is going on with Error Sans and the phone battery countdown and Error Lovania Hour 10 and all that shit. And then most unhinged of all is whatever the fuck is going on between Gundam and Banana. Yummy metal mask. Gundam, why? Gundam, why are you like this? Yeah, Error Sans, honestly, I think I'm just as confused as you. What and 4 question marks is about my reaction. Aside from the reserve left behind, those white plants are quite edible. Couldn't run out of food if I wanted to. Cinema screams as the screen shows my face. Yes, for some reason, Victor Von Doom is played by Robert Downey Jr. You hate his hands! What? Error! 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 Does not compute! Does not compute! What is going on? Okay, so Error Sans is steadily losing battery. Meanwhile, Victor Von Doom just escaped the basement where he's being eaten. Gundam is a zombie, and the bones are ripping his mouth. What the fuck is going on? Yes, Error. That is exactly as confused. That is exactly my reaction. Just a bunch of question marks and then an ellipses because what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm calling. No, don't call Kang the Conqueror. We don't want Kang the Conqueror. Okay, and then Artemis just hearing that and jumping to. Crap, I'm also blanking on his name. I had it for a second, but now I'm also blanking on it. That archaeologist who destroyed Troy. And I love how Artemis has managed to become the most normal one here. Uh, before I go on. Gundam, Gundam, you turned Reed Richards to spaghetti? Just don't remind me of Multiverse of Madness! Crying out loud, don't remind me of Multiverse of Madness! Of all the fucking movies to be reminded of, that is not the one I wanted! Okay, Gundam, you may eat Reed Richards, but the ever-loving blue-eyed thing just knocked you unconscious, so there. It's slobbering time. Gundam is now in jail and also unconscious in Gotham. That, that tracks. Gundam, you found a rat? I don't, I don't like rats. They make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. I hate rats. They make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. And yeah, Error Sans. Error Sans. I'm with you. Error does not compute. And yeah, Artemis, you're right. We will. Hang on. Yeah, we'll never know we'll never know if we'll never know how much of the Trojan War actually happened. Also, suddenly, a human was spotted in the area before swiftly falling for waterfall. Yes, surprisingly, it's the last time they were seen alive. Officials at the time said that the disappearance most likely meant the human was hiding. However, the human soul was later inexplicably found deep in waterfall. You put the book back. Okay, this is genuinely a really interesting piece of lore for this world. Because, so, there's an arcade cabinet made by the same people as made Mew Mew, and it was apparently playable, but considered unpleasant, which gives me very heavy, oh god, what's it called? Okay, what's it called? Polybius. Gives me very heavy Polybius energy. Second, the path. And so, in 20XX, a family was fishing in Snowdon. And the son wandered past the fence into the trees. And he was in a daze in the forest. Just nothing. And chapter 3, the Phantom. Yeah, seriously, Artemis, lore. I mean, not canon lore, but lore for this game, lore. 7 human souls are all it takes to destroy the barrier. And over time, King Asgore and the Royal Guard have ensured we reach that goal. This process has been controversial among some residents, but war is not pleasant, says the head of the Royal Guard. Typically, when a monster falls into a home, they are collected within hours. But one time, it took years. It was a typical afternoon in Snowdon. Suddenly, a human was spotted in the area, swiftly fleeing for waterfall. This, surprisingly, was the last time they were seen alive. Officials said the disappearance most likely meant the human was hiding. However, the human soul was later inexplicably found deep in waterfall. I think that is supposed to be talking about the purple soul, I think? Maybe light blue soul? Whatever soul it is that, does the dances. Whatever soul it is that dances. Actually, no, I think that is light blue. Okay. Yeah, Rip Gundam, he ate a cat, and will never eat another. Okay, so we know why they developed fences, apparently. So that was chosen as a form of protection from things. I would find it interesting how... Yeah, oh my gosh, I need to know what kind of political systems developed for the various human civilizations. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Hey, Artemis, write this fanfic. Like, don't take that as me getting annoyed at you. I really am enjoying this. But write this fanfic. Turn this into some in-universe video. Something. And Error Sans. Errorlovania. Errorlovania indeed. How is Error Sans the most normal thing happening here? That's strange. Anytime I enter this room, I'm hearing text. Howdy. What do we have here? Really? Another locked door? How many unique doors are installed in this place? Talk about inconsistent! Well, I don't see a slot for your ID card. There's plenty of science equipment lying around. Gundam, you are the future of humans and monsters. You cannot die now. Stay determined. Okay. Okay, genuine discussion we can have right now that wouldn't... What kind of political system do you think the Underground has? Because it doesn't need to be exactly like one of ours, because it is very obvious they would have political systems we have never heard of. My save point right before I... Gundam! You're back! Gundam, for the love of God, don't eat the wall. I promise, it's not cotton candy. Don't eat it. What kind of political systems do monsters have? Monarchy. Artemis, this is an established fact. Monsters have a monarchy. They have a king. Yeah, no, this is not a question that needs to be asked. They have a king and a queen. Okay, but... Gundam, no! Gundam! Gundam! Gundam and Banana, why are you two like this? Okay, they have stable jobs in commerce and whatnot, but we don't know much about health. Hydrogen. Verdict accepted. The lightest and most prevalent elephant in the universe. And AT. It's 11 p.m. here. What do you expect? You're very tired. It's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. And Astatine, verdict declined. How did you even get this? Catch up. Good for bringing that dog from a 7 to a 10. Huh. Apostrophe dog. 10:06 p.m. your time. Error. Me too, me too. Parmesan and red pepper. Third most famous Italian duo. I have no idea what this is. Are they seriously affected by disease and health effects that... Yeah, Gundam is dead. Helium. Makes your voice sound funny. Okay. We have hydrogen? What else is there that we can even grab? The element of surprise. Oh. Compound 1 was hydrogen. How Blue Lady is telling Teen to kidnap... What? Yeah, Error Sans, that's my reaction. Oh. Yeah, you're talking about, chapter 2. That's fair, that's fair. Well, I would assume they would... Well, I thought that the H2O might be the answer for what I'm supposed to do here. Wait. Nope, this room's not it. Okay. Yeah. Hydrogen is accepted. Please don't describe your body decaying, Gundam. Yeah, I don't think that was really a random side tangent. The reason we're saying the names of random elements is because this game is asking me for something, and I don't know what. This game is asking me for a second compound, and I don't know what it is. Okay, breaking kayfabe for a moment. Gundam. You've played the game before, or at least you've seen a Let's Play. Now I straight up want your input, directly. Help. Element 1 was hydrogen. What the fuck is element 2 supposed to be? It wasn't AT. It's not helium. I think I've tried every single element in this room. The only things left are to try to change the combination. Yeah, Clover, we need to cook. Yeah. Yeah, Clover, we need to cook indeed. Error Sam. Okay, Error, why are you just steadily counting down your battery percentage? Hang on, the lightest element in existence? Press that fridge thing? Oh, come on. Everything was out on tables? Am I now having a conversation with myself? Not far off. Artemis, not entirely far off. Like, I'm looking at what you're doing. Yes. Artemis, I'm looking at what you're saying, but yeah, you are basically having a conversation with yourself, because none of us are responding, frankly, because I'm not sure how to respond. Also, I love how Artemis has managed to go from the most unhinged... I love how Artemis has managed to go from the most unhinged person here to by far the most hinged person here. I love how yesterday Artemis's discussion of the geography of the human and monster worlds in Undertale was the most unhinged thing to happen. Oh, frick. I just found this highly corrosive concoction. I would like to apply it on your skin. Will you be my test subject? No, absolutely wonderful. Allow me to terminate the cork first. It is tough to open containers when my only point of force is at the back of my hands. Almost have it. Well, shoot. Do not fret. I will retrieve another tube. Huh. How the tables turn. Okay. Okay, so what's happened since then? Artemis is having a conversation with herself. Hey, Artemis is the crazy one again. Gundam eats Von Doom. Never mind. Error Sans is still having an error, Lovania. You reset the save. So Gundam eats the cotton candy again. No. Double. Welcome to chat. You walked in on some of the most unhinged shit I've ever seen, and that is saying something, because I think I say that every time I stream. Yeah, Double and Artemis are the two most normal people here. Actually, I think Double and Error are probably the two most normal people here. Yeah. What? That's my intro. Hey, a Double entertain here. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that you're not one of the people. Gundam, don't eat me. And I think that sentence by itself, Double, should explain to you why I just said that you're one of the most sane people here. Howdy. Just when I thought Axis couldn't get any more clumsy. Glad he's gone. It's down to us again, the unwavering duo. We do work well as a team, don't you think? Flowey the brains and Clover the brawn. Not saying you aren't smart, of course. Watching you solve puzzles has been a treat. Even that one that I struggled on for hours. What? By now you might have noticed that the Steamworks encounters don't give EXP. I have indeed noticed that, yes. Oh, come on. Yeah, I have indeed noticed that because they're robots, they don't have souls, and I'm not actually killing anything. Okay. So. No, Banana, you're not normal in the slightest. Also, Ribbit. So, like, my cat is doing a backflip in Ohio with the Sigma Blaster, and I'm watching eating a very rare cotton candy found in the walls. Gundam, you mad as a hatter, so take your medicine. And yeah, seriously, you might have noticed that the Steamworks encounters don't give EXP. It's probably because they don't have a soul, is by a wide margin the most hinged sentence that's been said in chat in quite some time. We should make errors. We should make Error Sans put on a femboy. I'm not even gonna try to figure out what that means. Okay, it's okay, I saw that mistake too many times and kinda got used to it. What Gundam did... You can control your speed when you're slippery? I'll try! Okay. Yeah, the real question is kind of what Gundam didn't do. Like... mail time! Like, I only kind of understand. I've only kind of been following what's going on, but yeah. Error indeed. I have a very special letter just for you. Why so sudden, without a ring? Because priority mail is what I bring. Make sure to read it before I flee. The one who sent it paid a premium fee. To Clover, who's hopefully alive. Meet me on the roof of the UG apartment as soon as you can. There's something on my mind. Martlet of the Royal Guard, Snowden Division. Hope my speedy service helped you out. The UGPS delivers without a doubt. Ah, shit. Okay. You just thought of a joke? Do I want to know what the joke is? Robotic control status, functioning at 78%, awaiting input. Main directory. Loading. Feature blocked. Custom message. Trying to play video games on the job? Please report to the head office. We have a pink-colored gift for you. Did you know that double entertain plus error sans is equal to error sans Yeah, I guess double error... I... I think this... I think I've lost about half a dozen brain cells. I think I've lost about half a dozen brain cells in this stream. Here's that I shut down all of the robots in the vicinity. Okay, that's where I just came from. And that's an elevator that's not working. Okay. Seem to be over magma or something. Yeah, Error Sands is not saying much. Howdy! Looks like things are heating up. Literally, that is. Since you shut the bots down, it should be an easy stroll to the exit. But just in case, I'd like to give you a little gift from your best friend. I think it's time to try your hand at wielding these pellets. Sure, you could use rubber, silver, nails, whatever, but these are the real deal. It's fully up to you, but I just wanted to let you know. Our partnership means a lot to me. Good luck, Clover! By the way, I'm going to bed now. Hope you enjoyed the tangents. I need to get sleep. I have to get to sleep now to have sleep consistently. That's fair. Artemis, have a bedtime, indeed. Okay, I took the friendliness pellets. I'm gonna equip them. But I am also going to make sure to keep the nails on me. Yeah, indeed, have a bedtime. Uh, okay. Gundam. It's 11 p.m. here, and I have Deltarune. It's 11 p.m. here, and tomorrow I have cool stuff in school. Then go to bed, Banana. Go to bed. Changing one letter can make a big difference. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Okay. Also, Gundam, if you're still here, I'm tempted to end stream. It kind of feels like we're setting up for the end of the run. Like, Flowey just gave us the friendliness pellets, and, Gundam, take your pills and then come back. Okay, Gundam, you're here. You're familiar with this game. I feel like it's setting up that we're about to enter, effectively, like, the core. I feel like we're setting up that we're about to enter basically the core, which is gonna be like like the last area of the game. And if that's the case, I kind of want to wait until next stream. Oh yeah, it's almost done. Okay, then I am yeah, if the game's almost over, then since since Banana and Artemis just left, I'm I mean, I'm gonna see what happens here, and then I'm probably gonna end stream. Main power source not found. Initiating emergency backup power. Oh, come on. Human. You have angered me greatly. I have had it with you doing nothing as I fail over and over. Do you know how hard it was to get the acid out of my steel? I had to put myself in a washing machine. It was quite dizzying. Though I do feel, as the kids say, fresh as hell. Anyway, if you cannot tell, I am ticked off and out of non-lethal options. That, and this furnace has a nice time to die aesthetic to it, so prepare yourself. I am attacking now. What? My programming is preventing me from attack. It says you are not a current threat or resisting arrest. Ugh, forget this. Here, I will make you a threat. Hold this, it suits you. There, now you have a drawn weapon. Loopholes are wonderful, are they not? Your crimes end here, human. Axis Model 014 ready to attack. Today means the surface. I have a shield. What are you doing with that lid? It was not supposed to be useful. That is cheating. You're the one who gave it to me. Okay, Axis, you've been a thorn in my side this whole game. Well, this whole area. The air thickens. What was that? What did I say? It's not a word. Why did I say that? The air is in the thick of it. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, this is weird. Oh god, I don't like that. I do not like that. Frick. God. Okay. Gundam, if you're still here, is this fight gonna, like, lead directly... That one wax, you forgot Deltarune was coming soon? Oof. But it is. Only 6 days. Damn. Okay. Gundam, if you're still here, is this fight gonna, like, lead directly into something? Or is it gonna be, like, the end of this section? Because that's gonna determine what we do next. But for now, while I wait for an answer, I think I'm gonna try once again. Uh, 6 more days and we are going to Deltarune. Okay, yeah. Wax, are you also familiar with, are you also familiar with this game? If this is just the... By the way, this is the end of the Steamworks. Okay. Yeah, then I think we're gonna finish off the Steamworks. Pray to God that we can save. Yeah. Beat every route with the... Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we're gonna try to beat this boss, and thus clear... the area. Yeah, I think we're gonna try... Yeah, I think we're gonna try to beat this boss, and thus finish off this area. Yeah, we're gonna try to beat this boss. Yeah, this is just the Metaton EX. Okay, if this is like the Metaton EX, then that means that after this we should be getting into a pretty easy area, so... I mean, the next time we stream, we're gonna finish this route and go right into Pacifist, so... So yeah. Yes, this route is neutral. So, yeah. Both games have 4 main sections and then the final battle section. Ruins, Snowden... Yeah, no, that tracks. Okay. Then... Yeah, so... In that case, yes, we're going to finish off this section by beating this boss. Yeah, we're gonna beat this boss to finish this section. Yeah, we're gonna beat this boss to finish out... Come on. We're gonna beat this boss, finish out this section. We're gonna finish out this section by beating this boss. And then... We're gonna beat this boss to finish out this section. And then... so, Gundam, you're gonna go take a shower? Alright, peace out. See you when you get back, possibly. Yeah, we're gonna beat this boss, and then we're gonna end stream. And we're honestly getting pretty close to that already. Yeah, have a nice day. For me, it's night, but have a nice day/night. Unbeknownst to you, I brought a backup plan. Portable generators equals infinite battery. Good luck. Death by metal and magic. Ah, shit. Let me guess, neoforms are famous for their high defense? Smells like an unfortunate barbecue. Yeah, I am now doing 0 damage to him. Crap. Yeah, destroy the power source. I'd love to, but how exactly do you suggest I go about doing that? Oh, this is how it looks like. Ah, damn. Yes. Seriously, indeed. Shit. The air thickens. Alright. One more generator left, indeed. But not if I go down first. Yes. Okay, I need to down the last of the granola. I can't wait to finally weird route all over chapters 3 and 4. Real. So incredibly real. Did you taste all 9.8 meters? Indeed I did. Yes. Yes, okay. I'm trying to kill him. But... yeah, you would not like me at low battery. I am warning you not to drain my battery. Hang on. I currently have 5 friends inside me. Please get them outside me. Real. Okay. So, he's on very low health. So low health that I could in fact spare him. Chat. What do we do here? No metagaming, please. Don't tell me why. Just, tell me as if you've never played the game before. Chat. What do we do? Do we spare him? Or do we finish him? Blast him to scrap? I'm with you. Let's blow him to smithereens. What has happened to me? Damage critical. Seek repairs immediately. I see. Calling Mr. Chujin. Creator. Calling Mr. Chujin. Creator. I need assistance. Calling Mr. Creator. My love increased twice from that one battle. Damn. Okay. We did it. And now we're in Hotland. Howdy! Can you smell that? Magma and steel. Newer steel. Point is, we're almost out of here, pal. This journey is about to pay off big time thanks to you. See you up ahead! I thought robots didn't have souls. Now, let's save and end the stream. Yes, I'm with you on that. Let's go to just chatting for a moment. Chat. Okay. Double, just so you know, when I said act like you haven't played the game before, what I meant was no metagaming. Like, tell me what we're doing without any input about what you know happens after this. Don't tell me about mechanical stuff. Why does Axis give EXP? You'll see in another route. Oh, I'm sure I will. Yeah. So, yeah, this has been a fun, very unhinged stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Wacka, am I at fault here? I mean, maybe, but I wanted to blow him to smithereens anyway. So, like, I would say no. Because I wanted to blow him to smithereens. You kind of just gave me that final nudge, I guess. If you hadn't said anything, I probably would have shot him anyway. So, chat, thank you all so much for tuning in. Double and Wacka, I know you both only got here pretty recently, but thank you for tuning in. It has been a lot of fun. I feel like foreshadowing with people that played the game. Seriously, like, Gundam, you came in right before Gundam left, but he was, in a previous stream, he was straight up telling me shit. Like, not, like, subtly trying to hint. Like, sometimes he was trying to subtly hint, don't trust the flower, don't trust Flowey. And then at one point, he just straight up told me something about the finale, about the final boss, and I'm just like, come on, man. Really? I did not need to know that. As a matter of fact, I didn't even particularly want to know that. So, yeah, like, I don't mind people talking about the game. I remember people going around just Yeah, it's so annoying. Like, as I said in that previous stream, I don't mind spoilers inherently, specifically if they're for plot twists, because then you can see how the game is building toward the plot twist. You can see how the story is building toward the plot twist. But don't just tell people something that's gonna happen, because it's always more fun to figure shit like that out yourself for the first time. Yeah, nobody asked you to explain this key plot point. Exactly. Nobody asked, and specifically, a lot of the time, people asked you not to spoil it. But, whatever, that is a tangent for another day. Specifically, I think yesterday, or maybe the day before. Whenever that, I think yesterday, yeah. That is a rant for another day. Specifically for yesterday. So, that being said, Double, Wacka, anyone else who's still here, and anyone watching the VOD, thank you very, very much. This has been a lot of fun. Stay Ultra, and peace out. Good night.